Hey guys, it's Shumpi here. Bangkok in Thailand. There's so much charm with the markets, food, massages, you name it. And it's a place I absolutely love. Actually, this is my 5th visit. But guys, did you know that beneath all this glitz and glam, Bangkok has its dark sides? Are you aware of these hidden aspects that tourists are completely unaware of? It's time to uncover them now. Let's get into it. As Jin and I were walking around and taking in the Bangkok's nightlife, we noticed something unusual. Outside these luxury hotels, there were Thai women standing around as if they were waiting for someone. When I asked some locals about it, they told me these women were actually waiting for clients, prostitution clients. Even after traveling to 60 countries, this was a scene I'd never encountered before. At this point, I decided to dive deeper into Bangkok's nightlife and headed to the hotspots where the actions take place. This is a side street in Bangkok's Sukhumvit area, and as you can see, bars line both sides of the street. You can spot local women waiting for tourists, and there are also bars with ladyboys who are transgender people. Now I'm heading to Nana Plaza, which is one of the most famous spots in Bangkok's nightlife scene. As you can see on this street too, there are local women standing around waiting for prostitution clients. Another common sight is foreign men with local women. You see this both inside the bars and out on the streets, and I suspect many of them come to Bangkok for this very reason. Let's go inside Nana Plaza now. Behind these red neon signs are strip shows, transgender shows, and women waiting for prostitution clients. This place was really not for us, so Jin and I left right away. But even as we stood across the street watching, we kept seeing foreign men and local women meeting up, whether on the streets or in the bars. You can't talk about sex in Thailand without mentioning transgender people and homosexuality. Not only do they have transgender beauty pageants, but people from all over the world come here for gender reassignment surgery. At regular shopping malls, you can even find a special section in bookstore dedicated to LGBTQ topics.
Pervasive.
Okay, here's my take. As I walked through Bangkok at night, I couldn't help but notice the overwhelming number of locals and foreigners involved in buying and selling sex. It's really heartbreaking. The sex industry in Thailand is estimated to account for 10% of the country's GDP. Despite prostitution being illegal here, it's shockingly widespread. What's even more disturbing is that prostitution in Thailand doesn't just involve adult women. Men and even children are caught up in it. The industry has become so lucrative that some men undergo gender reassignment surgery to become transgender sex workers. Did you also know that around 40% of prostitution in Thailand involves minors? Imagine your own young daughter being exploited for money. It's horrifying, isn't it? The sexual exploitation of women, men, and children is fueling a vicious cycle in Thailand's tourism industry, where increasing global demand only leads to more supply. This is a grim reality happening right now here in Thailand. Another frequent sight in Bangkok is the abundance of marijuana shops. They're everywhere, with flash neon signs and menus promoting a variety of flavors, almost like restaurants.
They're promoting the wrong messages.
In 2022, during the COVID-19 pandemic, when Thailand's tourism industry took a hit, the country legalized marijuana. Since then, it has found its way into various products, deeply embedding itself into society. However, the downsides are becoming evident across the nation. There have been cases of children being rushed to the hospital with acute shock after consuming marijuana-infused jelly, people committing crimes while intoxicated, and a sharp increase in hospital admissions for addiction. Marijuana is just the tip of the iceberg. Thailand's drug scene is quite severe. In the heart of Bangkok, there have been incidents of young people dying in groups from overdose, and even shootouts between the Thai army and drug cartels. The situation has grown so dire that the Thai Prime Minister has declared a war on drugs. Seeing how Thailand is becoming morally compromised both sexually and with drugs, it feels reminiscent of Sodom and Gomorrah from the Bible. So, I'm going to speak with the lead pastor of an international church here in Bangkok to hear his thoughts on the spiritual battle taking place in this city.
Darkness is real here in Bangkok. The things that you just shared, the sex trafficking, the prostitution, sex tourism, many more things. It is clear description of the darkness here in Bangkok. In the midst of that darkness, God is bringing light, and He uses churches in Bangkok and in Thailand for that purpose.
Another dark side of Thailand is its wealth gap, which ranks as the third largest in the world after Russia and India. Though I'm an outsider, I'll be exploring and comparing the stark contrast firsthand today. Bangkok's upper class lives it up with fancy malls, rooftop bars, and swanky condos with infinity pools. Last year and this year, as foreign tourists, we got a taste of that high life. But what most foreign tourists and even many Thai locals don't realize is that right next to these fresh motor malls, you'll find the lives of the poor. Can you see the stark contrast between the rich and the poor? Throughout this glitchy city, there are homeless people, beggars, and struggling mothers with kids out on the streets. The contrast between the wealthy and the poor here is truly striking, isn't it? It's said that the top 1% in Thailand controls 70% of the country's wealth. Thailand is also a society divided into high-so, or the ultra-elite, and low-so, representing the lower classes. The socioeconomic structure here makes it difficult for the working class to ascend to the middle class, and it seems the government and social elites aren't particularly motivated to expand the middle class. Surprisingly, many in the working and lower classes seem accustomed to accepting their circumstances, which explains why social tensions don't escalate too much here. While these have been aspects I felt upon every visit to Bangkok, it was particularly striking on this fifth trip how strongly the darker sides of this beautiful city came to the forefront, prompting me to create this video. My intention is not simply to criticize the society. I hope this video spreads widely so that many people become aware of these darker aspects. Pray for this land and that the government and intellectuals of this country can come together to resolve these issues with one heart. I hope to see improved conditions on my next visit to Bangkok. See you soon.